everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Challenge Run. So this is a challenge run dubbed True Lord of the Flies. It was a top comment on one of the earlier videos. And it was suggested by a YouTube user, Yuggy553. So what kind of crazy items do I have going on that make me look like I'm a piece of poop being circled by angry flying vultures? First, 3 mini mushrooms, which has made Isaac the size of just this tiny little head that you can see in the middle here. Transcendence allows me to fly. Mulligan and Infestation, so every time I get hit, I'll produce flies. Every time I hit somebody, I have a chance to produce flies. 2 halos of flies, which have produced the 3 flies around me that you can see there. Forever Alone, Distant Admiration, which are the red and blue flies, as well as Guppy's Head, which I can use to give me 3 more flies. Now, the condition for this run, because obviously we're starting with a pretty big advantage here. Good lord, I am fast. The condition is I am incapable of taking any other item rooms, so I can't take... I can't go to shops, I can go to them, but I can't take any items from shops, arcades, item rooms, or boss rooms. So it's going to be a very interesting run to see if this is strong enough to carry us through. I feel like the first few floors are going to be incredibly strong for us. I can barely fucking see Isaac, this is hilarious. But we're going to be definitely relying on a lot of spirit hearts, just kind of randomly dropping and stuff like that. We can't take any other items, which is actually a huge detriment to us. Of course, it would probably be far too easy if we were allowed to take items. Let me just fly over here and let these guys kill themselves in this fire potential. Oh, I did get hit there. Okay, that's a problem, but there is a tinted rock down here. Yeah, I have no idea how this run's gonna go, but I'm excited just because it's fucking crazy. And we are constantly gonna have basically no idea of what's going on, and I kind of dig that. But for now, the other thing this does is it gives us the potential to basically just focus on, you know, kind of speedrunning the game. It's not technically a fair speedrun, because I'm not merely focusing on beating the game quickly. However, I don't really need this money for any reason. I'm seriously so fast. Mini Mush obviously doesn't only make you smaller, it also makes you faster, so I think that's what's causing these problems right here. But man, we are gonna have a fucking fly army. And I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna pan out. Obviously, never had any run like this before in my life. Let's see what we get here. We get some more keys. Again, those keys are probably going to be mostly useless for us. But who knows? In the meantime, I'm just going to try not to walk myself into anything too damaging, considering the sheer speed at which I move is mind-boggling to me. I'm not sure if this is the fastest I've ever gone in the Binding of Isaac. And I should point out, a lot of challenge runs have actually been suggesting, hey, it would be cool if you just set movement speed to max and then played like a normal game. Well, we'll probably do that in the future as well. But I feel like this is going to be fairly close to it in its own right. But for now, the real question is, are we going to have the power to take care of later bosses in the game and later enemy rooms? Because like one single blue fly from Guppy's Head is not going to be enough to take out many of those later enemies. And right now it's doing totally fine for us, but we're going to have to really abuse the fact that you know, we're pretty well protected by way of these Halo of Flies and Distant Admiration, Forever Alone, and stuff like that. But still, I don't know. It's going to be a tough sell as we get further and further along, but I think that my save file may still be a little bit warped, so it might just be the situation where we're just going to be going for Mom's Heart. I did a reinstall of my save file, but we'll see what's going on. Eventually, it will be fixed. It's just like we've got weird kind of profile mix-ups here, I think. And of course, Isaac on the best days usually still has some kind of technical issues going on with it. So it could be me, could be the game, who knows. For now, we're just going to blow up this TNT. We're going to get some spirit hearts and a secret room, which hopefully contains, I guess, more spirit hearts, because there's nothing else I can do. 2 of spades doubles our keys, which may come in handy at some point, I guess. Can't really fathom a situation where it would be super beneficial for us, but it's okay. In terms of health, we're doing just fine. And in terms of flies, we're doing fantastically, and we'll just continue to create more. I guess we want to amass, like, that's our overarching strategy, is we want to amass a huge fly army by the time we get to the boss. So we can spend the rest of the floor just getting like 30 flies following behind us, and then we'll see how quickly it takes out an enemy like Famine. We shall see. Here come the flies pretty quickly. I kind of want to stay up close and personal with these bosses, because I really need, you know, Attack Fly to do damage here. He's going to be entering his state pretty soon. Yes, his flying state is what I meant. I guess he's permanently flying, but his bodiless state. So convenient to say headless. Almost never say bodiless this day and age. Although I guess it depends on whose perspective you're talking from. Could be the head's perspective. So I just got to remember not to take any items. Even though that cube of meat actually would not have really benefited me too much. Would have just changed one of my flies into, or one of my Halo of Flies into a cube of meat. But that's okay. I'm digging this run so far. It's interesting, it's creative, it's absurd, and it's got the potential to, I think, succeed. It's what the exact definition, basically, or the epitome of what I meant when I said, hey, give me runs that are realistic but also as crazy as possible. Like, realistic to beat the game with and, you know, have some enjoyment with it at the same time. So we can't get squeezy as much as I would love to. Let's see what Satan would have given us. Both fantastic items that I would love to take, particularly Brimstone right now. But hey, that's not in the true Lord of the Flies spirit, as Yuggy553 suggested. So I'm not going to do it. Instead, we're just going to blow up this thing. And you know, with all of the money and keys we have, we might as well see what we're missing out on while we go here. Okay, no items. I took to mean, like, no, like, real items. I feel like consumables are okay to buy, so I don't mind buying that Spirit Heart. Should probably buy the pill as well, just because you never know if this might come in handy for us. Balls of Steel, 2 more Spirit Hearts. Good purchase. Some of you are going to come out there and say that's cheating. I disagree. That's like saying I can't pick up bombs and keys on the ground or something. Oh, okay, I picked up Small Rock totally by accident. My apologies. That's not going to be a deal maker or a deal breaker for sure. It's not like I just picked up 2 HP upgrades or something like that. So we are going to... I'm going to stop getting distracted and maybe stop picking up so many items. It was just force of habit to walk into the Tinted Rock right after you blow it up and pick up whatever sweet consumables you get there. This time, although, we did not get a consumable. Instead, we got one of the best items you could possibly get from a Tinted Rock, but certainly not a game breaker. Let's see what we've got going on in this room. That would be a great item as well. Of course, inevitably, when I have these runs where I can't take the items, I'm going to have the best item rooms ever made. You saw that in the last, or was it last or maybe 2 episodes ago, where I was doing that, like, Ipecac run, and then, like, the first item room had Fetus in a jar. It's just like, that kind of shit does not happen unless you specifically set a condition that prevents you from enjoying yourself by taking it. So that was very easy. We'll take our Spirit Heart here, and then down to the next floor. So far, so good. Very easy floors on the first 2 sections here. That was first 3, actually. I forgot that was Caves Part 1. And I do feel like I've invalidated this run slightly by taking the Small Rock, but, you know, believe me when I assure you that that was a total accident. Just gonna keep backing it up here. The real question after this run will come if we beat, like, Satan. Could I have beaten Isaac? Could I have... Actually, didn't we... Last run we had a chance to go to the Cathedral, but I lost on the Cathedral, I think. So maybe the save file is fixed. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna stop sweating it so much. We've got a crazy fucking fly army here. That's what I'm gonna focus on. The sheer absurdity and insanity of what's going on now. I have to give credit to the game for the fact that it's giving me a ton of Spirit Hearts here. Normally, I could not rely on those showing up all that often. But this time, the game's being very good to me. Come on, pop up. And this is certainly a much crazier challenge than the Lord of the Fly challenge that comes on disc, so to speak. And I think it's one that's certainly doable. Let's see what we're missing in our item room here. Homing bombs. Those are okay. It's a decent item. Not a game breaker, but something that's, you know, worth taking most of the time. Unless you have a plethora of rerolls. Now, the real strength of this run, there's 2 strengths. Obviously, the offense that is generated by these flies, but also the defense generated by these flies. Like, all of these flies, even the Distant Admiration and Forever Alone, will block us from being hit. So it's very difficult for me to get hit by shots. It might become a war of attrition when I start fighting these enemies that are in the... Oh, that was bad. When I start fighting these, like, really high HP enemies, but in terms of, like, these standard enemies, it should be easy enough. Now, we have to watch out for things like bomb flies. Those might actually end up being our most hated enemy here. Reason being, they can just explode near us, so we can't actually block a shot. Anything that shoots a bullet at us is not going to be nearly as powerful as it used to be. But anything that, you know, can explode in our face has the potential to be a pain in the ass. Now, the problem with this floor so far, we've not really amassed a great fly army. I think we got 2 or 3 blue flies circling around us. 2. And we can add 2 more or 3 more per room, depending on whether Guppy's head Guppy's head feels like giving us what we deserve. We're just gonna pop open this. I realize that at any point we could end up fighting greed, but that's okay. I just want to see what... Yeah, there we go. I just want to see what we're missing in these shops, just to give you an idea of the effect of the challenge run. This is something that we might not be able to do with every run, because, you know, there's always a chance that we're not going to get keys to the point where we could actually make this worthwhile, but as is, I think it's okay. By the way, a number of you have been complaining about this, like, bassy noise in my most recent videos. That's the fact that we're on, like, a very hard desk here. It's a little bit unbalanced, and it's basically the sound of me hitting the keyboard, particularly the spacebar. I'm working on it. I'm gonna go pick up a piece of foam, put under the microphone a little bit earlier, or a little bit later today, which a lot of people have suggested would probably be enough to fix it. So I'm just gonna go to a hardware store or an audio store and get that done as soon as possible. I understand it's kind of annoying. I can hear it myself in my recordings. I tried to filter it out, but it doesn't really work that well. The one thing I could do, I guess, is play with my keyboard on my lap. But that's not how I play Isaac. And I worry that maybe that would throw me off as we come to this all-important boss fight here. You know what? Let's try it out. So I'm going to go down here. Okay, we're fine. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So we are going to be dealing with Little Shub here. I could probably just hang out over this rock. I don't have, like, Ouija board or anything like that. Spirit of the Night or anything like that. So Spectral Tears are no-go. However, should still be able to kill Little Shub very easily here, just by virtue of all my other items. So we might earn a deal with the devil here. See what we're missing if that comes to be. We'll definitely use that. We do not need another speed upgrade. And those are two pretty bad items, so I don't feel too bad about missing out on those. And we're going very quickly here. This is a nice run. I just worry that it's going to be overpowered now and underpowered as we get later. Like, maybe this set of items is not going to scale well. We already sort of saw it when we... What was I going to say? When we... when we went through the last floor, like, we didn't have a fly army by the end, which is really what I'm trying to build up here. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be more difficult for us to take down the bosses. Obviously, with unlimited keys, we're going to check out every single room just to see if maybe we're missing out on something beautiful. Because that's half the fun, isn't it? A challenge run isn't that much of a concern. Like, it doesn't feel like it's that much of a punishment, unless you're missing out on great items in the meantime as well. Like the 9-volt, for example, which actually would not work very well with Guppy's head, but if we had any other spacebar item, would be a must-buy with 36 cents for sure. We got a decent fly army being amassed here now. If only we can hold on to this to the boss. That's another great item. We haven't really encountered a bad item yet, which worries me. Because whenever I play non-cheat engined games, I always come across bad items all the time. I'm not suggesting that cheat engine causes only good items to appear. What I'm actually suggesting is that the game knows, man. Oh, I should have just gone to the secret room there. I'm just suggesting that the game knows that I'm doing a challenge run right now and is now giving me all these good items that make me think, man, if only I was playing a vanilla run right now, things would be so much more fun. Well, not more fun than this challenge, but more fun than your standard vanilla run these days, where I spend a lot of my time just getting butt-fucked. I don't know why I'm even... There's no point to play the blood bank, because even if I get the blood bag, I can't take it. And if we end up succeeding on this run, even if, you know, it's just against Mom's Heart or Satan, the reason is going to be, like, a big factor that is going to be, you know, determinant in that victory is the fact that we have picked up so many goddamn spirit hearts just randomly on the ground, which is fantastic and almost never happens like that. There's our boss room. We got a good fly army. Apparently these guys think they have a good fly army. They are incorrect. We're gonna have like at least a dozen flies, which is gonna be capable of taking out Monster 2 fairly gosh darn quickly. And again, like I said, I apologize for picking up that small rock, but I don't think that is gonna be too much of a factor in our victory when we have things like, you know, 14 blue flies firing at the same time. Recall, of course, that some of these flies are being created through Guppy's head, some of them are being created through Mulligan, and on the off chance I do get hit, not saying I'm great, I'm just saying I haven't been hit all that often because of the amazing defense I've got set up here, then I'm creating flies through Infestation as well. So we do have the pretty good potential to create a nice fly army, and in fact, that's what I could have done with the Blood Bank. He's gotten hit like 4 times, gotten some sweet Infestation going there. And as a result, picked up a nice fly army. But anyway, we're going down to the Depths Part 2 already. Well, Necropolis, if we're being 100% accurate. That was bad damage on my part, but still doing very well. And we'll be fighting Mom's body here. I always confuse that. What do you say if you go in for the Mom's heart and then it's just Mom? We're going to be fighting Mom's personage here. I don't know. Mom's personage sounds like an item that allows you to hold 2 trinkets. We are going to take this pill. We know it's not Balls of Steel. Pretty fly. Alright, that is worthless, but also somewhat comical. Then we're going to come down here and try to get a sweet fly army going. Okay, we do have the blood bag, which I cannot pick up. I would love to, because the full health would be nice. And we didn't really amass a fly army of any sort there. That's okay. Hit the TNT, please. Ooh, getting close here. Just one more shot on that barrel, and we're good. Okay. Pop this open. Guppy's head. Into the next room, trying to find the boss room as soon as possible. We're going to find a shop instead, where I had a feeling we'd run into this guy again. That's okay. Maybe he'll drop some more money that we can waste at a slot machine at some point in the future. Who knows? No Steam sale. That's okay, though. We did drop a half heart, which could be important for us. We didn't lose much in the way of our fly army. You know, when I originally saw this run, I thought, Yuggy553, you are crazy. I'm going to need item rooms to make this happen. Turns out, not the case at all. We are still basically steamrolling here. Largely due to the fact that we have so many spirit hearts, but also due to the fact that we're doing so much damage from like 30 different sources. I wish there was like a statistical breakdown at the end of this, where I could see what percentage of damage that I did was caused by what entity. Like if it's mostly going to be my tears, if it's mostly going to be the blue flies, or if it's mostly going to be attack flies. I doubt that last one very much. You never know though. Could vary based on the room composition. So our library would have Book of Revelations as well as Necronomicon. Great items. Book of Revelations would obviously be a purchase here, especially if I was going for a chest run. We did take a little bit of damage there. Only the second damage you take in this floor, I believe, which is pretty good for Necropolis. We get a key, and we're going to open up our item room, and we're going to be missing out on Kamikaze, which does not feel too bad, because that is probably one of my most hated items in the game. This is it took me like 10 minutes to set this run up in the cheat engine, because there's so many items, but it was well worth it, because this is pure insanity. More insanity than that, you know, half-baked Ipecac My Reflection run, which ended up just being fucking impossible. I kind of half-assed that one, but believe me, I was not getting anywhere with it. Spirit Heart is a big pickup. We do have our boss room now. Please, to my existing blue flies, don't sacrifice yourselves. I took a little more damage there. I need these blue flies to live, so I'm just trying to keep them away as I abuse my range advantage here. Pick up more money, and now it's time to fight Mom. I don't really see how this could fail. We do even have a Tinted Rock here, so we're just going to keep things going. The less Mom spawns enemies, the better it is for us, of course. Just going to keep this up. Mom spawning flies. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. Is what she's got to be thinking right now. I think I might have taken a little damage there. Again, as usual in this new setup, I am playing with sound off, because I have to play with sound off. Otherwise, you would just hear it like bleeding through the microphone, and it would sound like absolute garbage. Why are some of my flies just stuck in the middle? Like they're watching Reservoir Dogs or something. Here we go. We got some guys disjointed now. Gotta remember that I can fly. There's no need for me to really put myself in harm's way too often. Especially when Mom will actually end up killing some of the enemies for me. Did take a little damage there, I feel. Really looking for a two Spirit Heart Tinted Rock in the corner there. I'm hoping that's what our gross is gonna be. Keep this up. Mom's down to about 10%, and every time she gets too close and those attack flies just tear into her, it's a beautiful thing. Alright, so she's dead. We get the Polaroid, which we'll take because we have no other trinkets anyway. Hoping for 2 Spirit Hearts here, which we do not get. We get Bomb and Key. I will say, again, Spirit Hearts have been dropping very plentifully, fast and furious. However, the Spirit Hearts, or the Tinted Rocks, have not been super good to me. I mean, that rock was obviously great, even though I shouldn't have taken it. But largely we're getting a lot of keys, which are kind of useless to me right now. But again, troll engine in a nutshell. Don't need keys, enjoy your keys. Need keys, sorry, best I can do is no keys. So I'm just gonna keep going on here. Again, we want a fly army, although I'm expecting that our boss here should be easier than Mom. We're really gonna be focusing on that Mom's heart boss fight, which could present kind of a problem to us. We're running a little bit low on health too, which is an issue. And it begs the question of how we'd be doing if we didn't have such great luck with the Spirit Hearts at the start of this run. Like, if we'd even still be alive right now. But I think this is a fairly well-balanced run, considering the, you know, absurdity and craziness of it. And certainly a run where, with very good play, we should be able to succeed. At least, like, you know, a reasonable percentage of the time. Maybe 30% of the time or something you could succeed with this run, which is odds that I can get behind. This up. You are gonna die in a second here, hopefully. Any goddamn second now. Don't whittle down my fly army, please. That is unnecessary casualties. That collateral damage is not important. You guys ever see the movie Collateral Damage with Arnold Schwarzenegger? That movie is garbage. Sorry, Governor. Former Governor, I guess. This is one of the last movies he did before he became Governor of California. That and Around the World in 80 Days. So, you know, I would quit acting too if that was the legacy that I was about to leave. I don't know if taking a governorship is necessarily akin to quitting acting, but, you know, you get what I'm saying there. We should be able to kill these guys with our fly army. I don't mind using our fly army for this one because it's going to be silkworms and assholes, oh my. If we could at least do some damage to the body parts, I would be a little happier. It's kind of slow going here. They've got to be very nearly done though. Yeah, okay, we got 2 silkworms here and 1 dude left who is now all silkworms. We've whittled down pretty much our entire fly army. But we haven't taken very much damage here on Utero, but we don't really have that much health to lose. I'm trying to play up the balance here. Things could go well, or they could go terribly. I have good feelings about this, but then again, maybe I don't. I don't know. Keep the suspense up, because honestly, I am, on the fence about whether we have good chances or bad chances right here. A lot of it, of course, is going to depend on what boss we face on this floor and what treasure we're going to miss out on. Keep in mind, yeah, we've gotten 0 treasure except a small rock by accident over the course of this run, so we're still the same strength we were on Basement XL. Now playing the hottest underground hits, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. I'm running out of 90s modern rock groups. Not to say I dislike 90s alternative or modern rock. Just to say Basement XL is a horrible name for a radio station. Would you like the Basement XL on Facebook? It makes you sound like a fucking rapist. Ryan likes the Basement XL. Or like an S&M club or something. And again, I don't have anything against S&M clubs either. I'm just saying. If you're an S&M club, you should name your club or your dungeon, I don't know what kind of nomenclature they use, like Applebee's or something, so then people are not going to get suspicious. But, I mean, there is also the issue of what if people actually want to go to Applebee's. And that's why if you're an Applebee's, you should name your restaurant, like, Daddy's Fuck Chamber. This might be a bad idea. I apologize, Applebee's Incorporated, Yum Brands, if it's the company that owns it, for slandering you guys. I don't really think you should call your restaurants Daddy's Fuck Chamber. I think that probably runs counter to your family-friendly image. Certainly nothing about all-you-can-eat breadsticks says Daddy's Fuck Chamber to me, but, I'm just spitballing here, just throwing out ideas. It's free advice, so, take it or leave it. You're gonna leave it? Okay, that's totally understandable. I'll take my Daddy's Fuck Chamber elsewhere, then. Thank you very much. So we're gonna come down here. We're now taking a little bit more damage than I would like, but... Skeleton Key. Useless, but also a great item that we would love to have. In combination, we could hobble together a fantastic run from all of these items that we're foregoing here because we have to forego them. I should not even have gone in here, although now it's paid off with a little bit of money. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see if we have a chance at Mom's Heart here. Certainly, it's going to depend on the first boss that we fight. If it's going to be something like Skolex, no problem. If it's going to be something like Death, maybe slight problems. Of course, we could fight whatever we were fighting here with bombs instead of tears, but whatever, we'll see. So Guppy's head is going to give us like 3 flies for this fight, which is not a lot. It's going to be double Loki all the way across the sky. I just blew myself up with a bomb because apparently I was incapable of shooting my own bombs. And we have done a lot of damage to the Loki so far. Let's fire another bomb in there. And one of them is dead. It's not like we're going to use these bombs for anything else but fighting Mom's Heart anyway, so we'll just get that done as quickly as possible. Spirit Heart may prove to be invaluable as we head down to Utero Part 2. And again, as usual with these challenge runs, if we beat Mom's Heart, I'll consider it a success. I mean, I guess it varies depending on which challenge run it is, but for the most part, if I'm able to beat the old game, I consider it a success. So let's see what this is. Bad trip. That's super terrible. That's another bad trip pill, right? But that'll give us full health if we get low, and that might be what ends up saving us here. So pretty much we just picked up another full health pill. Judgment, I'm just going to give him the money to see what he would have given us. This would have been such an amazing run if we were able to take all the items that we've gotten so far. We would have had a ton of HP, Brimstone, probably Spirit of the Night, a ladder, homing bombs. I mean, there's positives and negatives, of course. I think it would have been a guaranteed victory, though. At least as far as the cathedral. I'm not using Guppy's head for some reason. Let's fix that. We have a very substantial fly army going with us now, which I can get behind. So hopefully we find this boss soon. Sorry, did I say boss soon? I'm in bass soon. I'm looking, I'm an oboist personally, and I want to start a quartet. So we got this going on here again. A nice little fly army going for us. Laser didn't stand a chance. Like it was on American Gladiators or something. Perfect! Okay, so our fly army has basically sacrificed itself immediately and stupidly to take out that single brain dude. That's okay. It should be interesting to see if we have a chance against Mom's Heart here. And then we'll probably go to the cathedral and fuck it up miserably, but hey, that's what we do. Keep this up. Drop some bombs in here. I wonder if the bombs count for Mulligan. Like, if they make it possible for us to... what was I gonna say? Spawn more flies every time a bomb hits. I'm skeptical, but hopeful. Which is a nice emotion to be at, I feel. Come on, just die. Thank you very much. Throw some more bombs in there. Kill Larry Jr. instantly. Happy about that. More bombs. Kill the lasers instantly. This is a slow-ass fight, though. To the death. We could be here for a while. I'm expecting that Chubb's certainly going to get spawned. But you know, I mean, we're doing more damage than I thought we would. The problem is I'm not really abusing... Oh, that was bad. Well, it's going to kill Duke of Flies, but it's not a great bomb. I'm not really abusing my attack flies. I should probably just stand a little bit closer, but that's not the way I've ever dealt with this fight. So it's hard for me to break that habit. As, you know, Linkin Park would say. We're gonna just drop a bomb in here. Hopefully that'll be enough. That could. I thought it was gonna hit Chad as well. I think we're gonna succeed against Mom's Heart, and you know, beyond that, we're gonna succeed only taking a little bit of damage, which is awesome. Well, now we've taken more, but I used the full health kill, so we're all good. Crisis averted. One more bomb dropped in. Okay, you asshole. Maybe we'll just use tears then. The big meanie. Up to the Cathedral. I consider this run a success, and thank you to Yuggy553 for suggesting it. It's crazy as hell, and right up my alley. But I have no reservations or no illusions about the fact that we are going to get absolutely destroyed here against Isaac. We just simply do not have the damage to take him down, and we're probably not going to have the flies necessary. We would need like hundreds of flies, I think, to take Isaac down before he took us down. It's always worth a shot, you never know. Things could go differently than I expect, but I think, you know, we're dealing in like the 5 to 10% category here with respect to our chances. But, you know, stranger things have happened. The reason it's kind of like bad to have 5 to 10% chances is because we're not allowed to take items either, and one more hit will kill us. But yeah, we're not allowed to take items, so there's no items that can really come around and save the day. They could save the day, but not for us. Good thing is we do have some defense here, so it's always, there's a chance that maybe I fight Isaac and I just don't get hit. It's unlikely with the angel fetuses and the beams from heaven that are not going to be reflected by the flies or blocked by the flies, but it's not outside the realm of possibility, but we are dealing with, you know, low percentage chances here. It's not like when your weatherman tells you it's, you know, 10% chance of rain, you go to the beach and then it rains. This is like when Nate Silver runs like 50,000 statistical models and then tells you, oh, we lived there, I didn't believe that. Yeah, it runs like 50,000 models and then tells you, oh, there are 50,000 simulations. It tells you, yeah, 10% of the time it works out. Hopefully we can be that 10%. Although I am skeptical. We can even die to the Widow here with just one well-timed jump from him. Although apparently he's trapped, so that was easy enough. And killing this remaining spider, we'll get more of a fly army. Red heart drops would be awesome, but apparently that's far too much to ask here. Double greeds. I have a certain aversion to letting greed finish my runs for me. So I would hate to die here. Just keep backing up. I think we got a decent chance. Greed has ended, like, in doing these vintage Isaac episodes, I've seen Greed's end so many runs that I just don't want to give him the satisfaction anymore of feeling like the Northernlion killer. At least, I feel like if I let Isaac do it, at least I've given it the old college try, you know. Bomb flies and angel fetuses are also going to be a huge pain in the dick here. Some of the most annoying enemies we can come across in the Cathedral, for sure. We're just going to try to take them out one by one. That's the problem with the angel fetuses. They'll spawn right on top of you if they have to. So here's one good shot should do it. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Firing 3 or 4 good shots, take him out before he gets to you. Troll bomb, thanks a lot. Well, we might actually get to Isaac. I probably put the chances of that at like 25, so maybe this is our miracle run here. Let us see. Alright, Isaac. Sock it to me, baby. We're just gonna basically stand in the corner here. I kind of don't feel like I should dodge. Okay, we got a weird little glitch there. But anyway, I felt like I shouldn't dodge because I couldn't even see myself. But in any case, you can see my items down there. I guess I accidentally gave myself 2 transcendences. But in any case, good run. Lots of fun. Thank you to Yuggy553 for the challenge idea. And I'm continuing to scout out these top comments looking for challenge runs. So let me know if you like it. Let me know if you have another crazy cool one that you could run yourself. Or you could write yourself, I should say. And as always, I will see you guys next time.